there's a lot of families out there who like to dictate, who like to take control, and you know, where their daughter's gone to, you know, living her own life, they want to still be in control of it. I think the simple fact is, bro, these relationships of a son-in-law and a parent-in-law are very, very sensitive.
Yes, guys, what you say, my people? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Ansar.
It's Sakib.
And your boy Hobbs.
And you're tuning into the After 5 Club. Hope you guys having an amazing day. Please like, comment, subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get cracking, man. Skip?
Yeah.
Got a question?
Have I got a question?
Well, you had it prepared and everything.
Sorry. Go on.
Skip. I heard you got a burning question for us today, man.
Bro, why you got to exaggerate it for, bro?
Burning
No,
question.
man. No.
Like tongue burning question.
Drippy.
Yeah,
Bro,
saucy.
nah, I ain't got
Saucy.
Chili.
No, bro. I ain't got no question, bro. I ain't got no
Spicy.
question. I ain't got no question,
That is
bro.
very, very spicy. Very dipped question.
Bro, speaking of which, have you heard of Miami Crispy? Of course you have.
No, I haven't actually.
Of course you have.
Miami Crispy. What's
You
that?
have, bro. I remember
What's that?
you were talking about it. Bro, there's a branch in South Woodford now.
Well, we went
It's
today,
South
bro.
Woodford.
You went today, bro.
Yeah.
You're asking like
I cancel, bro. You're a waste man. So, guys, what did you guys think of spicy dip from Miami Crispy? We went earlier today.
Yeah. I'm surprised we even
Managed to
get in. And
Yeah.
every time we went, it's always been a queue.
There's always queue, man. So it was today. We went down at about 1 o'clock. And yeah, the queue wasn't so bad. We got served within, I think, 5 minutes of wait.
Yeah.
And then we waited about 20 minutes for our food to come. Takeaway. And we ate in the car.
So what did you think, man? What's the verdict?
Okay, bro. You know one thing. Obviously, we don't specialize in food reviews and all that.
We
yeah,
should,
but-
you know.
Yeah, I think we
Oh,
should.
you should.
I think we should.
Yeah.
But the main comparison is with Kansas, right?
Yeah.
And we all know.
Well, in
that-
London.
In London, yeah. And we all know Miami Crispy are the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the ones who originally
Made the spicy dip.
made the spicy dip, and then everyone followed.
Mm.
Kansas is probably the biggest competition in UK.
London.
In London, sorry. Thank you for the correction. Right. But bro, I'll be honest with you. In my head, especially listening to some of the reviews, some of the feedback from people, including even yourself, I had my hopes far too high. Man.
Expectation was
Yeah,
above
yeah. I had
and beyond.
my expectations are very, very high. Like, is it not very, very high? Because, bro, I love Kansas spicy dip. So I was thinking, bro, this burger's already amazing. How much better is Miami dip gonna be? Oh, sorry, Miami Crispy gonna be?
Yeah. So we got what do you? We got the burger. We've got the burger meal, and we got the spicy wings in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is your verdict then?
Okay, bro. I'm gonna be honest. The burger didn't hold. Yeah. And for me, that's a big, big issue because it's a big burger, bro. It's a big burger.
Yeah. You weren't able to like eat it properly, basically.
I want able to eat it properly. Already, the Kansas burger is already. It's a messy burger,
It holds its shape.
but it still holds its shape. With Miami Crispy, I felt as though the bun it could easily crack, crumble, drop pieces, and all that sort of stuff. It doesn't. It's far too messy. It's far too messy. I didn't like that. Right. The patty itself was nice. I like that. The wings, on the other hand, bro, I find them soggy as anything. Bro, there was no crispiness in it. There was zilch, no crispiness. And for me, that was a... Bro, it tastes like slimy chicken, bro.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was the same as when I went to Manchester and got it.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually very nice. I think that's the best burger I've ever had.
Really? Chicken burger, yeah.
Chicken burger, yeah.
Yeah.
If you compare it to Kansas, it's okay. I think it's spicier, and like you said, the burger holds better. But I just think like because the chicken patty is bigger, slightly bigger. I think the bun isn't as big. That's why the hold isn't that great. But I thought overall, I think definitely Miami Crispy got that for me. And I've had both. I had Kansas recently as well. The wings are in Kansas are better though. But again, for me, that spice level in Miami is perfect.
Yeah.
I think Kansas
You're
is a bit,
lightweight though, isn't it?
when it comes to spice, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
What about you, Hobbs?
For me, I'll be completely honest. It was still good. Like, it was a good chicken fillet burger. Like, what I'm very surprised is what they've changed the game is the size. Like, the size of the chicken is actually massive.
Yeah, it's
For what
massive.
you're getting. So it's nice. The sauce is nice, but personally, again, for me, like, would I go back there? Yes. Would I wait over half an hour for it? Probably not. And that's my verdict. And I feel like the sauce, it didn't add extra flavor to the burger.
No.
Like Kansas, I'm not going to lie, because it has a bit of a tangy twist and it's quite spicy. When you're biting into it, you can tell that the sauce is different to the fillet. Whereas with Miami, it tasted like the sauce was like sauce from the chicken originally, naturally. Like, I don't have to explain it.
So it's
like
part of the batter, basically.
It's part of the batter.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it reminded me of. It was like it wasn't a distinct taste.
It didn't feel dipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't feel dipped.
It tastes like a nice soggy, in a good way, like a soggy chicken burger.
No, but it still did have a little bit of crisp to it, the actual burger itself.
Yeah, the burger was good.
Yeah.
The wings,
Oh,
I'm never getting them again for the price as well, because you can remember, like, without like the dip sauce and normal hot wings, they're a lot more cheaper. You're paying like £6 or something for like 9 wings. So you'd expect it to be a bit bigger as well, because the wings were very small and it was like the coating came off.
If you compare the Kansas the wings,
the sizes,
the size,
difference.
They were tiny. They were
They
tiny.
was very small, and not even that, because it was so soggy in the sauce. The actual batter of it it fell off like half of it.
Bro, there was no crisp.
There was no-
as I said, bro, zero crispiness in it.
Did you have the chips?
No, I didn't have the
Chips
I thought the chips were quite good.
Chips
man.
were very nice because
Is it?
they're not just skinny chips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're in the middle,
yeah.
so it will.
They added a bit of peri salt on it as well.
Yeah,
So what do you guys think? Do you think the spicy dip sort of, because obviously
The
to
hype.
London it's relatively new,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Whereas in
Manchester, Birmingham, they've been having it for years.
yeah, they've had it for ages. So do you think that hype is going to die down soon? Do you think too many people are going to start jumping on that trend? And
I think so.
I think some people have already started.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
actually think about it, it's just not advertising. That's why marketing is like a game changer.
Yeah.
There's so many shops now in Tower Hamlets, in Newham, in East London that sell spicy dip burgers, but we're just not aware of it. I think it's gonna die down, but it's gonna become like a norm in every PFC shop, chicken shops
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
They're gonna have that on the menu. So now we're only going to selective ones, but I feel like most chicken shops, like your Dixie's, your whatever's local to you, your Chicken Cottage, your favorites, they're all gonna incorporate it, and then it's gonna become a norm. Like barbecue wings. Before it was only some places that used to do barbecue wings. Now,
Yeah.
pretty much most places you go to is barbecue wings.
The thing is, yeah, because it was in Manchester, the Miami Crispy, yeah, I think it was a good thing that it was only in Manchester, because it created that hype, the demand was there. They have to travel all the way to Manchester to have this burger, and everyone's raving about it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that people were bringing it out in London, like the Kansas and stuff, I think they had to come to London.
They had to.
Otherwise, their competition within London,
Yeah.
people still traveling out to Manchester going to Miami,
Yeah,
but like,
but people would no longer
Yeah,
travel
yeah.
that far just
Yeah,
for
yeah.
spicy dip, because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
thinking, you know what,
I can get it in
fine.
Kansas, but I'm down the road.
Yeah.
But it was still good overall. Like, I wouldn't knock it down, but it's
Yeah.
just, like we said,
It's
because
good.
it's so hyped up at the moment, I expected, like, for it to be even better than what it was. If my
Yeah.
expectations was left very low and minimal,
Yeah.
and I had it, and I'll be like, whoa, this is amazing. But because I expected a lot
Yeah.
more, and it didn't deliver, I was like, okay, it's
I
nice.
Still, I still
but
thought it was a good 9, bro.
Out of
9 out
10.
of 10.
I would say it's a bit, about 8.
I'd give it an 8. Yeah.
What's next on the listing for us?
Have you heard? There's so many shops that are doing similar ones. There's another one in Tower Hamlets on Commercial Road called Chick Point. That's another one. Apparently they do good spicy dip burgers. Yeah.
Oh, there's loads, man.
There's
There's
actually-
loads.
We actually need to go Manchester, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro, you know what the problem is here? If I was to go to Manchester, I don't think I'd be having this spicy dip.
Well, anything, bro.
No,
all of the foods
no.
are just on steroids there, man.
No, like as in even in the past, right? I've never like if I'm traveling that far, I'm not gonna go there. I'd rather go somewhere on Wimsey Road and have like I know they do these like massive like kebab things, like kebab rolls. Like they're not in kebab rolls, but there's this like I can't remember what they're called, bruv. I'm sure someone's gonna comment, right? But yeah, there's these like massive like chunky like big kebabs, right? and it's a big naan as well, right?
Complements each other. Big
Bro.
naan, big kebab.
Yeah, bro, you would not be able to. You would not be able to.
Finish it, gobble it.
Yeah, yeah. It's chunky, bro. But anyway,
That's sick.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Right, guys, should we move on?
yeah. Let's go.
Guys, I got a good game for you today, man.
Which one's that, bro?
So do you remember back in the day, bro, I'm sure you've not done this before when you're a young kid. I was back home or even in this country, yeah.
Let me guess. Does it involve a pen and a paper?
Yes, it does involve pen and
That's
paper.
why this is over here.
Exactly, yes. For
Top
people
man.
that can't see, there's a paper, there's pens there.
So we've upgraded.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're upgrading in the podcast live.
Right, I don't know what this game is called, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But basically, there's 5 categories. Yeah, there's name,
Mhm.
there's place,
Mhm.
animal,
Yep.
fruit and
Fruit
veg.
and vegetable.
Colour.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the 5th one was, man. Is it item? or
Country
something?
city.
No, that's place.
Oh yeah, that's place.
What's the 5th one?
Animal?
Item. No, we said animal.
No, it's not item.
What is it?
Start again.
Name, place, animal, fruit and veg.
What do you mean by name?
Name, innit? What? What?
No, man.
What?
Oh, movies.
No.
Movie?
Yeah, yeah. It's
It's called a
movies.
movie, man.
It is movies.
Nah, movies, that's not the...
We can do movie. I can't think of
Colour.
anything else. No, man.
Animals.
We always say animal.
Bro, it's movies, man.
Let's do movies. Let's do movies.
Yeah.
Let's do movies, yeah? No?
Nah, let's not do it, because you know what, but no one's gonna get movies.
Everyone get movies. Give me any
Movies
movie.
and TV shows, man.
Yeah.
Movies and TV shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
TV, yeah. Movie and TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah? Name, place, animal, fruit and veg, movies and TV
Yeah.
shows.
Cool.
Yeah?
So let's first write it down before we lose.
You have to do the lines and everything. There you
Bro,
go.
people are gonna switch off. You know that.
I don't know. Let's go.
Bro, why are they gonna
No.
want to watch 3 grown men play a bloody
Bro,
child's
this
game,
is
bro?
this is nostalgic, bro.
It's the style, yeah.
Nostalgic.
Oh,
bro.
nostalgia.
What is it?
Time.
Name, as the name of what?
Name, place, animal, fruit and veg, a movie. Oh, this is sick. I remember this. I used to have so much fun.
I used to love this game.
This game was sick.
Yeah. You ain't never played it before, have you? Hoz, man.
No
I
way,
don't,
bro.
I don't get this guy sometimes,
This
bro.
guy
Like,
has
it's
such
in-
a mature mind, yeah.
Bro, it's not in that. Like, it's in. He's lived like a super sheltered life, innit? Like, it's in, he's never. He's not lived, bro. He's not lived.
I was too busy working to provide for the family and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have time to play games.
We don't play no games out here, G.
People cleaning shoes at the age of 5.
Come,
Right, you
let's
man
go.
ready? Done, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready.
Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a random letter generator, and I'm just going to random pick a
No,
letter.
no.
By name,
no,
do
no.
you mean name of the person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Should we make it hard and be like Muslim name or something, or just any random name?
No, no.
Yeah, it has to be hard.
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna be
It
quite
has-
hard.
it's gotta
Any
be
name
hard.
could be anything. You can make anything up.
In fact, bro, I think we should change the name.
To what?
Let's change it to shops.
Nah, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
shops.
nah.
Shops.
Keep it. Keep it.
Stores.
Keep it.
Stores.
No, keep it name.
Bro,
keep
it has to be
no,
shop.
No, no, no.
It
keep
has to be
name.
shop.
Name is hard enough.
The new
Bro,
ones will just put
but
slogan
the
on
whole
it as
point
well.
the whole point is someone else can't say the same thing as you.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then you don't get scored.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you do a Muslim name, then there's more chance that
Alright, cool, go on.
Muslim name, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Obviously, you don't have to play
There's
this.
still too
Yeah,
many
yeah.
names, man.
You have to name everything, and then basically, if you get the same score, there's 5 points.
Alright.
If you get your own score, which is correct, which is 10 points,
And if you get no points,
it's 0 points. Then you add them up at the end. The
Yeah.
scores.
Perfect. Yeah.
Right, come.
Start.
Let's do this. Right, first letter, yeah. So that's not the first letter. So I'm gonna do it. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? And basically, once the first person finished all of them, then you
Yeah.
start a timer
Yeah.
of like
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
No.
10 seconds.
20 seconds.
10 seconds.
15.
Let's go.
15 seconds.
10 seconds.
10.
I got
Right,
it.
ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Why?
Why?
Done. Stop, Brian. Put your pens on. Pens down, bro. Pens down, bro. Right, go on.
No, we got to do another few letters, no?
Yeah, we have to call out what you got.
Alright, cool.
Why? What you get for name?
I'll put down Yaqub.
Yusra.
Eunice.
Solid. So how many points is that?
10 each.
10 each. Okay. Yeah.
Place?
I'll put down York.
I left it blank.
You serious?
Hold on. Yovu.
Okay.
What's York?
What the York?
Oh.
York is a
Yovu is a place.
place in UK,
I
bro.
don't know.
How
I
do you not know
I
that?
thought you meant that.
Animal.
Cool.
Animal.
Animal. I put down Yeti.
Oh, well, Yeti as well.
You put down Yeti as well?
Yeah.
What did you put?
I left it blank.
You guys 0. Me and Ski, we have 5.
Well, why you... Fruit and vegetable, I put down. Bro, I don't know if this is a vegetable or not. I just put down yam.
I'll put down yam too.
You put down yam as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if that's fruit and veg though.
That is.
Is it?
It's pounded yam, like yam.
I know what yam is.
Yeah.
But is that fruit and veg?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It is, man.
Nah, bro.
What did you put?
I put a yellow melon.
Nah, that doesn't
No.
Why not?
Those are honey melons.
What do you
They're
mean?
called honey melons.
So
I got
we
zero.
get 5.
5. No, yeah, 5.
Yeah.
20.
Okay.
Movie?
Or TV shows, yeah?
Yeah.
I put down you.
Right.
Is that what you done as
You
well?
as well, yeah.
I put another one as well. It's called Yellow Coast.
Are you going to verify
It's on
that?
Netflix. You go on Netflix. Just Google it.
Yellow
Yellow
Coast.
Coast.
It probably does exist.
Alright,
But Yeti, we also get 5 each,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So for that one, I got 10, 20, 25, 30. 30 for
10,
that one.
20, 30, 35.
I got 10, 20, 25.
Alright, cool. Go on, next generator.
Next one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2,
Mhm.
1, go. Oh.
R.
Done.
6, bro.
Alright.
a movie, bro. Alright, go on. Name.
I put down Raghib.
Okay.
I put down Rahman.
Up on race.
Okay, solid.
Yeah.
10 each, yeah?
10. Place.
Okay. I put down Rawalpindi.
Okay.
I put Rome.
Okay,
Or
cool.
Rwanda.
Solid.
That's W.
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
No.
Idiot, bro.
He didn't know, bro. He didn't know. Alright, cool.
Animal.
We're on.
I put down Rhinoceros.
Reindeer.
Okay.
I got rhino as well.
Oh, so you got 5-5.
Okay.
So 5-5, and I got 10.
Alright, cool.
Fruit and veg. I put down red cabbage.
I put down red onions.
You can't do that, bro.
Yeah, you can.
No,
you said
because
you
they
want
are-
yellow melon. You want honey melon.
Yeah.
I'll put on rhubarb.
Yeah.
10 each.
So 10 each. TV show. I put down red.
What red?
That's the show. It's just called red. R-E-D full stop.
Alright, cool. I put down Red Notice.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's
Good
actually,
one.
yeah. What about you?
I couldn't think of anything. So I got 0 for that.
So that is
I got 35 on that one.
20, 30. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 in that.
I got 45.
You got 50?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, can I just see yours? What is
Oh,
that?
Rome.
Huh?
Rome.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, verified. Alright,
Sick guy, bro.
cool. Right,
Alright,
come
next
on.
one.
Next one, yeah?
3, 2, 1, go. P.
P. Could you?
0. Pens down. Pens down. Pens down. He gets half a point for that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because his pen wasn't
It
done.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
I got him. What did you get the name?
Okay, so I put down Parizad.
That's,
a
not
proper
Muslim name.
Pakistan
That's,
name, bro.
It's a
But
Pakistani
it's a
name.
Pakistani name, but it's not Muslim name.
It is a Muslim name.
That's the same time we say Patel.
So then you could have used Patel. Patel is a name.
Hang on, what do we define by
Wait,
Muslim
nah.
name? It's got to be like Arabic, innit? It's got to be some sort of Arabic name, innit?
I never knew that.
What do you mean
I
you mean
thought
that? What's Muslim name mean?
Parizad. Parizad is.
But it's like... That's a proper
We'll
like...
give him that. We'll give him that. There's no need to argue, but yeah.
I'll put PR.
Huh?
PR.
PR.
Nah, bro. what's
There
Piara?
must be a name there, bro.
I put
Good PR.
Pharaoh.
Huh?
What? No. Listen.
Nah, bro. You're taking the piss. You're violating.
No,
the
because
difference.
look at my writing. First, you gotta tell me whether I accept. Because look, remember, I did first. What does that say? Patel.
Yeah.
So then I changed it because if you accept your one, then you have to either accept Patel or Pharaoh. Really?
Yeah, that's Patel.
Also-
Patel's fine
Then-
according to me.
What PR?
Bro,
I'm gonna Google. I'm gonna Google. No. I'm gonna Google.
PR
that.
is not a
I'm
name.
gonna Google that. I'm sure.
PR
it
is a word, bro. You
But it
can't
could be
name
name.
someone love.
is PR a name. A Hindu girl's name. Alright, go on.
Oh, done, yeah.
All right. So
Go on.
So we get 10 each.
Yeah, go on. Place.
Place. I put on Peshawar.
it always has to be
No. The reason why I do that is
It's,
because I know you man's
yeah,
ain't gonna get it.
Go on.
Paris.
Peckham.
See, I was gonna do Paris first, and I didn't.
All right. So we all got 10.
Animal.
By the way, Peckham don't count.
Why not?
It's supposed to be country or city.
We said place.
Place.
Well, you said York, you waste, man.
Yeah.
No, but York is a city.
No, it's
York is a city.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
it's
is.
a town.
Yorkshire is a
place.
Is a county.
Yeah.
Right.
York is not a city.
Yeah,
York is a city.
Is it? It's a town, bro.
City of York.
City or town, isn't it? Town still counts.
Anyway, regardless.
Alright, cool. Go on. I'll lie.
It's a place, anyway.
Alright, cool.
Go on.
Huh?
Animal.
I'll put down python.
Peacock.
Panther.
Cool. Solid. 10.
Fruit and veg.
Peach.
Pear.
Parsnip.
Solid.
Movie.
I'll put down Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. Power.
I bought Prey.
Nice. Okay, so 10.
50.
50.
40 for that one. Ready? Come, 3.
2.
3, 2, 1, go. S.
Shakib.
Done. Half a point there.
That's half point. I thought you still right.
Done.
I can't go. S. Name.
I'll put in Shiraz.
Saqib.
You actually put down Saqib?
Yeah.
Bro, you're such a waste, man. I could have put down Saqib, then what?
It's fine.
I bought Salim.
Cool.
Place.
So 10.
10.
I did Santorini.
Shimla.
This guy goes with other ones, isn't it? I put Switzerland.
Nice.
Animal.
I put spider.
I put down snake.
Fruit and
10,
veg.
10 there.
Strawberry.
I put down strawberry.
Sweet corn.
No, I'm only joking. I put down summer fruit.
Huh?
I just put, but I couldn't think of anything. I just put down anything.
Wait,
else.
but
Summer
summer
fruit.
fruit is-
That's a category of fruits.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's
Hold
not.
on.
That's not fruit.
What's the summer fruit?
Nothing,
That's a category of fruit. That's a flavour.
I should get 50%.
No,
No, you don't. You get 0 for
Fine,
that.
0.
The movie.
Right, so what did you get for this?
Sweet corn.
Okay, 10. Movie. I put silence.
Bro, you man's rushed me bears, yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, this is the only thing that came into my head, bro. Can I just change?
No,
that?
you can't.
It's what everyone's been watching. It's what we all like. We're doing stuff that we've watched.
Bro, it literally was super rushed. So I put down Sex in the City, right? So
Fair enough. I bought Shark Tale.
Shark Tale.
Okay,
Alright,
so
cool.
10. Okay, so it's 50 for me.
40 for me. You're in the lead.
Last one, yeah.
Yeah.
One more.
Come, this is the last one. 3,
3,
2, 1, go. M. Done. Stop writing. Go on, let's go. Name.
I put down Muhammad.
Mustafa.
Mizan.
Cool, solid.
Place.
Manchester.
Myland.
Marseille.
Milan.
We're
Okay,
accepting
cool,
it because
fine,
of everything, yeah.
At 10.
Animal.
I put down mosquito. I know it's a tricky
Now, we
one.
can use them. We can use insects. Insects are allowed.
Alright, go on.
Yeah? Because we've messed
Yeah,
up already on the other ones. Millipede.
You might go for insects.
That's why he said that. Yeah, no, insects are allowed, bro. Insects are allowed. Millipede.
I bought meerkat.
Alright, cool.
Fruit and veg.
Mango.
Mango.
I remember melon.
5.
A movie.
Oh, I got that one. Monument.
Mr. Bean.
Manhunt. Got 50 for that.
I got 45.
45 as well.
So counting now.
Hobbs, you've won.
I was one.
215.
220.
I got 205. I was the winner.
Yep.
Sick guy, man.
Nice one.
That's fine. That was a good game, man. Good game. Good
Yeah.
game. Better luck
Yeah,
next time.
yeah, so, yeah.
Boys, got another question for you this week, yeah?
Go on, lad.
Let me read it out. So it says, hi guys, I've got a tricky situation I'd love your advice on. My wife always seems to take her parents' side whenever we have an argument, and it's starting to create a lot of tension between us. To make things worse, my in-laws are constantly nosy about what I get up to, who I'm hanging out with, and even how I spend my time. It's really affecting our relationship. How can I set boundaries without causing a huge fallout?
Bro, is this a guy or is this a woman?
This is a guy. This is a guy saying like his in-laws are getting in too much in their business, causing arguments. The wife is always taking her parents' side, and they're always checking up on what he's getting up to, who he's hanging out with, and this that. So and he's like saying like, oh, how can I resolve the issue? Because his wife's always taking his parents' side, her parents' side. Sorry.
So, bro, I'm struggling here. Is it when you're saying like when he's saying taking parents' side, does that mean like it involves the parents? Like there's disputes between the parents and him. It seems like. Okay.
It's a tricky one, man. Again, it's not nothing uncommon.
Yeah.
It's a very common thing within the Desi community. Man.
I think me personally, the rule should be with in-laws or your own parents as well. You know, when you're in a marriage, there's some stuff which no one needs to know, including your own parents and your in-laws. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you and your wife are mature enough. And sometimes it depends on the family, but a lot of the times when you say too much, your parents or your in-laws, you know, they not because they're being spiteful, but just because they're your parents, they tend to give you advice. And yes, by all means, advice, you know, from your parents is you should always listen to it and it's correct. But when you're in a marriage as well, you need to make a decision that's right in your marriage, because just like how you are with your parents, you know, your true self. Most people, their true selves is different to what their parents think is them. You know, not everyone is as clear cut as, you know, how you see me with my parents is how I am outside. A lot of people it changes. So sometimes your parents can advise you, but it won't be the best advice because you're only showing a certain part of yourself. So going back to that question, you know, when parents, you know, parents, you shouldn't tell anyone your personal situation unless you feel like there's a reason it needs to be. But over like stuff like, oh, you're going out or who with, if you're going out, just say I'm going out with my friends, generalize it. You don't have to say, I'm going out with this specific person, etc. Or that's just my opinion.
It's again because they shouldn't have any expectation on their side, but they shouldn't be questioning what he's doing, who is he getting up to. All that matters is the husband and wife's relationship. If the wife is okay with it, they should be okay with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's going out and seeing, I don't know the situation, but it's not like he's going out late night or anything, getting up to no good, that sort of thing. He's probably just going out, I don't know, maybe seeing a couple friends here and there. That shouldn't concern him whatsoever. What he does in his spare time, or what he does with his wife, or what he does with his friends, that shouldn't concern him at all. You know what I'm saying?
As long as your other half is allowing
if she's alright with it, and if she doesn't see anything wrong with it, then that should be okay.
No, but that's, bro, because at the moment we haven't got any context, we're pretty much free flowing with what the presenting
because we're seeing it from the in-law side, so they're having a go at him. They're getting too much of his business and they're being a bit nosy.
And the chances are it could be something like, for example, he's going out with his mates, his wife's got an issue with it. She's discussed it with her parents, and possibly, her parents are. I'm just using like a very common sort of argument, and the parents are turning around and saying, "Oh, you know what? Look at us. You know, and I was young once upon a time. I never used to go out with my friends. After I got married, this, that, blah, 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 blah. I spent time with my missus. He shouldn't be doing that. What's he up to? Who's he going with? This, that, whatnot." And you know, sometimes they could be brewing things up for no reason, whatever their mind is telling them, and they're just planting that in her head. I'm not saying that they're wrong for doing that. I mean, they are wrong, right, for saying what they're saying, but obviously that's just their thought process, isn't it? Like, as in what they, you know, back in their society, back in their time, that's what they were. Well, that was once upon a time normal thing.
But the thing is, I think because the in-laws are stepping in and they're sort of like in an argument, obviously she's taking the in-laws side, her parents' side, which means that she's obviously communicating something to the parents, right? She's saying things to her parents. It might be about him, I don't know, about a situation, how she feels, whatever. Therefore, they're stepping in and they're backing her, right? So now that makes me think, okay, maybe she's sharing to her parents, but who is he sharing? He's probably not sharing to his parents. So he probably feels that, okay, if I need to go to my friends and see them, that's who I'm going to share anything with, innit? Or if he might not even be sharing anything, he might just be going there just to get his mind off things.
So I want to ask, you know, you said, is it the wife that's sharing?
We don't know if she's sharing.
Okay, but an example in this situation, the wife is telling or speaking of it with her in-laws, and then the in-laws are pestering the son. So your first thing should be is, okay, as the son, you should think, okay, my in-laws are telling me this, it's coming from somewhere. There's only one person it can come from, and that's from my wife. So why not just speak directly to my wife and just say, listen, if I'm not aware of the problem, if there's any issues, what are the issues? Tell me. Let's avoid not telling our parents. I don't know.
But you know what the thing is, bro? This can get a lot more deeper, right? Because it may not even be something like, for example, there's an issue between them. It might just be something what the in-laws are trying to dictate. Do you know what I mean?
Trying to take control.
It could be something like, for example, you know what? he's about to buy a car, right? And they've got like joint savings or something like that. I'm just saying for argument's sake, right? And then she goes and tells her parents that, and the parents are like, no, he needs to buy a house, he needs to do this, he needs to do that, or you know, he's about to set up a business, so, and then they're like kind of saying, no, he shouldn't be doing that, he needs to do this, or something. It could be anything, bro. Like bro, the thing is, there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of families out there who like to dictate, who like to take control, and you know, where their daughter's gone to, you know, living her own life, they want to still be in control of it. I think the simple fact is, bro, these relationships of a son-in-law and a parent-in-law are very, very sensitive.
It's very sensitive.
Right?
Yeah.
So I personally think in-laws shouldn't be doing that. Right? And I think there is a fine line. So the husband needs to literally, the man just needs to really shut it down. You know, if my parents, as a man, if my parents ain't getting involved, your parents shouldn't also be getting involved. Your parents are getting involved. How are you gonna like it if my parents start getting involved? Do you know what I mean? So just back off, like back off completely. I respect them. Don't ruin that respect, because it's gonna come a point where basically we're gonna lose respect for each other's parents. So let's just not even go there.
Yeah, and it's about taking sides as well, man. Because obviously the fact that he's come in and asking the question, which obviously tells you that he's probably feeling singled out. He's probably feeling back to a corner because his wife is taking the parent side, and whenever they do get into arguments, she's instantly taking the parent side. Yeah. So obviously, of course, as a husband, you're gonna feel a type of way about it, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. Bro, she needs to understand. Now she's married. She, you know, it's between her and her husband. She can have disputes with her husband. That's absolutely fine. Don't bring other people's opinions into play, because their opinion don't matter. And I'll be honest with you, as a man, I wouldn't care what anyone else has got to say about stuff. Like, for example, my in-laws or whoever. Like, yeah, I've got respect for them, but no one gets to dictate what I'm gonna do in my life, or who I'm gonna go see, what I'm gonna go do, whatnot. Yes, my wife can still have a say. And that's between me and her, whether I respect it or not, or whether I agree, whether we can come to a mutual agreement or not about whatever. But that's nothing to do with my in-laws. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
They've lived their life the way they wanted to. They need the father-in-law, the mother-in-law. They need to understand not every man is the same. So what may have happened back in their time with the mother's husband, with his in-laws in the past, may not necessarily be the case.
Completely different, man.
Do you know what I mean? Right? Or same, like for example, what the father experienced, whether he might have been dictated, doesn't necessarily mean you can also have that continuity with your son-in-law. Like, no way. He needs to draw that line straight up. It's just not acceptable.
I think in these situations, I think people get a bit selfish because they look at their side from the in-laws perspective. They're thinking, oh no, it's my daughter, it's my family, I need to know what they're doing, I need to know what the husband's doing. But they're failing to sort of put themselves in their shoes, because they used to be them once upon a time, and they wouldn't like it if their in-laws are flipping having a go at them and tracking where you're going, where what you're doing, spending your time. It's not right, is it?
And do you know what I think, for me, just to not sidetrack a little bit, but what I think is why I think everything should be kept private as well is because of Nazar as well. Evil eye, and even if it's unintentional. Like, for example, a lot of people want to be in your business, maybe not just your in-laws, but family, when you're married, and they want to know what you're up to and all of these things. And things that don't help is, you know, like a lot of people right now on social media, whenever they're going on a holiday, you know, they'll be the first ones to put a video up, put a snap on, you know, showcasing their life and all of these things. And I feel like you're entering such a dangerous spot, because keep your memories private, my personal advice is, because it prevents you as well from, you know, evil eye. And just like how you may keep your private life private online, and you should, it's same as your relationship as well. Like, you don't need to be telling people lots of detail about your marriage, or if you're facing any problems, because then some people unintentionally, again, or there are some evil people that can be jealous of your situation, and they can, you know, and that can lead to evil eye. So my advice is, everything what you do with your partner should always be kept private, even with your own parents, or it should be on a need-to-know basis. If there's certain things you feel as a couple, okay, this stuff is right for our parents to know or my in-laws to know, that's something you both have to agree on. But other than that, everything should be kept private.
I agree, man. But what's the thoughts on the either the husband or the wife revealing things about their relationship to their mothers? Because we can all agree that our relationship with our mothers are like friends with each other. And what's your opinion on like maybe not like I'm not saying like revealing every single detail, but like if there's something important that they feel like they need advice on, what's your thoughts on that?
One thing we have to realize is women are wired differently, right? So even a woman might say, yes, I'm not telling my mum this. Just know that your mum, her mum probably knows. Yeah. You know, I think that's something that it's a bond. Some people feel like, okay, they are able to hold stuff from their mother or their parents. But some people, they might say it, but they probably can't. You know, you're having a chit chat with your mum, how's your day going? You say, oh, this went well, this went, this, or whatever. So it can just slip up, or it's just a form of habit because you've had your mum your whole life. You've moved out. Doesn't mean that, okay, instantly everything's going to stop. Do you get it? Everyone's human at the end of the day. But again, I think reminders should be sent to both, like when you're both speaking to each other as husband and wife, that, you know, some things, let's try not to let's not let it leave our rooms, essentially.
Because my opinion is that you shouldn't share everything, but there are things that you can share. Because like I want my mum to have a good relationship with myself, and I want to tell her things, even if it's in happiness or if it's in even things I'm struggling with. Like, I want to tell her about these things because it's my mum, innit? Like I want if there's anyone advice I want, it's from my mum, because she knows me better than anyone else.
And their du'as and blessings go a long way.
Exactly.
You know?
So if you are struggling and if you are, you know, dealing with a situation, just her advice or just her du'as can help you a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the idea that you shouldn't tell your parents anything. I think you, as a human, as a husband, as a wife, you gotta make a conscious decision and say, like, you know what, this maybe something is I should keep within our marriage. You know what I mean? It's probably best not if it goes out to anyone else. But there's some things that probably is best that your parents should know.
100%. And I feel as though there is no, like, you know how you can say, oh, if you're having a problem in your relationship, you shouldn't speak to your parents about it. You got to first see, okay, what do you and your other half see as something that your parents should not know? Because something that you think, yeah, it's fine telling my parents, and your partner might be happy with it, but a different relationship, both people, the husband and wife, can feel like, okay, maybe that certain thing we shouldn't speak to our parents about. So I think it's just having an understanding between your husband and wife, and kind of getting confirmation that, okay, this sort of things we're both happy to reveal or to tell and happy to speak about, and there's some things that we're not, but it's different for every couple.
Because you know, you get some in-laws that probe, they ask questions from the husband or the wife. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, what did you get up to? Oh, where did you go? These kind of questions, they probe, innit? They look for details, innit? But then there's some families who just don't ask questions, innit? And what I'm trying to say is, it's actual husband and wife taking the actual initiative and going to the parents for advice, not actually, as in seeking advice from them, not the other way around.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So honestly, I don't think there's much wrong with that. I think you're going there for advice, and I get it. So like I said, there's certain things that you should keep to yourself, but there are some things that you should possibly like speak to your parents about. Or it's only going to help you.
Bro, you have to think of it this way, yeah? Like, as in, generally speaking, women are more vocal than men. Yeah. Men keep a lot of the feelings, the thoughts to themselves. They don't really express themselves so much. So it's in their nature to discuss stuff. So rather than them go speak to a friend, a sister, or someone else, I'd rather them go speak to their mum.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, in that sense, bro, I agree, bro. I think there's lots of women out there who turn around and say, look, you know what? No, I don't say nothing to my mum. This, that, as you said.
But they say everything to their friends.
Realistic.
They say everything to their friends.
Or they say it to their mum as well.
But then the fact is, they probably do still say it to their mum. They're just not saying it to you that they told their mum. But I don't think anyone should get butthurt about that. Do you know what I mean? Even if they were to talk to them. But I'm just worried over here because we might be giving mixed signals, mixed messages, because we're saying to him he needs to draw a line with this guy. But then at the same time, we're also saying it's okay for the woman to seek advice from the woman.
The line is
from
drawn.
the mum.
The line is drawn is to go to your parents for advice. And
For
speak
advice.
To them.
Yeah.
That shouldn't come back to you. As in that there should be no action from the
Yeah.
parents. It should come from the wife.
But bro, it also depends on what sort of motherly advice the mother-in-law's giving. Do you know what I mean? Like with the greatest of respects, right? There's some people who just build toxicity, right? And there's some people who have no malice, like they're proper smooth, and they give the daughters very, very good advice. Like, look, you know what? Be patient. It's that, but no. I'm just saying. I'm saying like there's two different modes,
outcomes,
right?
essentially. Yeah.
There's one mother-in-law who can be very, very feisty, right? And just be
How
like,
dare he,
you're like, oh no, you shouldn't be doing that. No, you need to stand your ground. You need to do this. You need to do that. And then, you know, in the background of things, you don't actually know. They could even be ruining your marriage. Do you know what I mean? At the same time, basically, I'm not saying that the man should be able to walk all over any woman. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm trying to say is that understand good advice from bad advice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And as an individual, you should be able to determine whether this is something that I can follow and what I can't.
Yeah. You got to be mature enough to understand what sort of advice I'm expecting from that person, innit?
Yeah.
Because everyone, like you said, everyone's gonna give you different advice, and if you know, like your parents or your mom or your dad are gonna give you a one-sided advice, probably just obviously take it with a pinch of salt, knowing that you're gonna get some sort of advice. You know what I mean?
Bro, you know, a common issue nowadays is, and it's related to the question over here, is that basically when people get married, this has been such a big issue that the woman has to live under the man's roof. The woman has to adapt to the man's rules and all that sort of stuff. And it's been a historic issue through culture, through society, and history, right? So, but obviously all that has changed so much recently, so much to the point where basically, you know, the father, you know, like as in the guy's parents are now on a back foot. Like as in they're not even a lot of situations that I see, a lot of men, their parents, their families, they're not involved. They back off. But now it's the other way around, where the girls' families, like as in they can't back off. They're far too involved. I think it's important that they need to realize that, you know what, this is the couple's life. Just as much as you don't want the guy's parents to get involved, you also shouldn't be getting involved. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's becoming a new issue. Like, why does it have to be one involvement or the other? Why can't both just back off and just let the couple decide what they want to do, and that's it? Whether they're compatible or not, give them good advice. If you haven't got good advice to give, just shut up. Just don't say nothing. Do you know what I mean?
I think the husband and the wife, they're like, the way I see it, they're the bridge.
Yeah.
They're the bridge. So you can only allow so much for the parents to say to you as a couple, as a married couple, if the husband or the wife is allowing it. Do you know what I'm saying? As a husband, if you know your parents are going to be feisty or they're going to give bad advice or whatever, and it's going to affect your marriage, only you can tell how much advice you take on and how much that you let that get to your relationship.
Yeah.
If you put a stop to it and be like, you know what, I appreciate advice, but I got my own thinking, I've got my own sort of solutions if I'm going to go with what I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or you can just let that sort of advice, that whether it's negative or positive, whatever it is, let it get to you, and that in turn is going to affect your relationship with your wife. So it's down to the individual, it's down to husband or wife to make sure you set a boundary or you set certain limits to how much you're allowed to be taking advice on. Yeah, man. And to answer the question, then, what would you say to the guy then? Should he be patient? Should he like take a stand? Should he do have a little comeback?
Okay, so firstly, I would say all of our advice is not gonna be directly related to him, and the reason for that is because we don't have any context to this, right? With his presenting sort of complaint, his argument, and what he's actually asking for, he's not really made it clear. So one message that I'm going to say to everyone who is watching, when they write to us, please just give us a little bit more context. A little bit more context. But my advice is just very, very simple of what I've understood, is that basically, you know what, there needs to be a line drawn, and you need to make a stand before before your wife starts making this a norm, before your in-laws start thinking that it's okay to start dictating, if they are dictating, that is, depending on what your arguments are, depending on what she's taking their side with. Maybe it could be maybe she's looking at her parents as role models, and that's absolutely fine. There's no harm in that, right? But at the same time, she needs to understand every couple is different, every man is different, just the way every woman's different. Do you know what I mean? You can't compare, you know, your mum and dad's relationship to yours and your husband's relationship, you know, or your brother's and his wife's relationship to you. So I think the main thing is he needs to have an open and clear conversation and just simply say, do not give me examples of your parents. Do not tell me, you know, I'm not going to be dictated by anyone, especially your family. Yeah, they're welcome to give advice if we have troubles, but ultimately it's up to me whether I follow that advice, and I get that final say. You also get a final say with what you want to do, right? But do not think anyone's going to dictate my decision. Full stop. Like, he needs to have that conversation.
He needs to be clear with that as well.
Yeah.
What yours?
I think for me, it's just not advice, because obviously, as you were saying, Sakib was right. It's there's so many different factors, so we can't give advice to that specific scenario because we don't know the scenario fully. But all I will say is, the way to try best avoid this, in my personal opinion, is you need to communicate with your partner, and you need to find find out what are things that, yes, we can share from to our parents, and what are things that we shouldn't share to our parents. Obviously, as time goes by, you might be in a situation which you haven't been in, and you can always just speak to your wife and say, listen, this is the situation we're in. Do you think it's good getting advice from our parents? It only takes a minute, and if your wife is in agreement, or she's like, yeah, that's fine, let's get some advice. Because at the end of the day, you know, advice, especially from your parents, most of the times they're given without there's no hidden agenda behind advice. It's not, they don't have anything to gain. Like, most parents, they want the best for you, but they tend to forget that once you're married, it's not just the best thing for their child, it's the best thing as a couple, which is sometimes different.
But sometimes the parents' advice can be one-sided, doesn't it?
Parents can definitely be one-sided, and they're very biased. And now we're seeing it more in the wife's, like the girl's family, where the parents sort of want to dictate, or they want to make sure that their child is in the best position without thinking about sometimes the husband's feelings, their son-in-law's feelings. So again, it's something which every situation is different, so you have to learn to adapt. But it starts from one, speaking to your partner, and also realizing that not all advice is good advice.
Yeah.
Advice sometimes can be, someone can advise you the worst thing ever. So you kind of have to be mature in yourself as well, and realize, okay, I'm happy to listen to advice, but you have to decide what advice to action on. And that's where a lot of people get, there's a fault in, because they're listening to advice from, if it's, for example, their parents, and they're now actioning everything their parent is saying. Whereas sometimes you take the best parts that you think is going to work for you, and learn, because a lot of people, we don't. Whenever our parents say something, we action it because we think they know best for us. But like I said, there are situations where your gut instinct, just trust your gut instinct. Don't just follow someone's advice just because it's coming from someone of a higher superior than you, like your mother or your parents or your brother or whoever it is. So that would be my advice.
I think for the brother asking the question, I think also to understand that it's not all coming from the wife. Like, it's also the influence from the parents, isn't it? Like, whatever's going on, whether you have an argument and she's taking your parents' side, it's also because she's lived it all her life. So she's obviously gonna be a little bit of an agreement with her parents as well. And yeah, she's married now. She needs to understand, I've got a husband now. I need to look at it fairly, and I need to take it from there. But there's always gonna be a natural pull from the parents' side, isn't it? So I'm not saying that as an excuse, but just understand where she's coming from. Yeah. But he needs to actually take stand his ground and be like, you know what, whatever they gotta say, why don't you come to me and talk to me about it? If they got a problem with me, why don't you come and talk to me about it? It's different coming from your wife than it's coming from parents. When it's coming from your wife, you can sort of have a calmer mindset to her. You know, because my wife, maybe she's seen things that I've not seen probably, or something like that. If it's coming from her parents, you're obviously going to be like, have your back against the wall. You know what I mean? You're always going to be defensive. So I think that again, that line of communication needs to come from each other, not from external people.
100%.
And then you see a difference in your relationship. So I think stand your ground. Make sure you communicate that with her. Say if there's any problems, make sure it's coming from you.
Solid.
Boys, should we wrap it?
Yeah, man. It's a good question, man. It was a good question. It's an interesting one.
It's a bit vague though.
It was a little bit vague. I think in-laws and family
is going to be like a.
It's
But
a
you
hot
know
topic,
what?
man.
Yeah.
It's
You know
an
what?
ongoing issue.
There's one thing which I didn't mention as well. It's just coming to my head as well. Is a marriage? It's not straight and simple, and it's not straightforward. It's not black and white. And sometimes you have to be a strong person. And what I mean by strong is, like, for example, you have to also learn to ignore. Like when somebody says something, even if it may seem offensive to you, you know how normally if someone says something that's offensive, you're always, like you said, on the back foot, or you're being aggressive back. Sometimes you kind of just have to let bygones be bygones to have a happy life, like to have a stress-free life. Like whatever people say to you, whether it's bad advice or they're coming into too much of your space, like for example some in-laws or some parents as well, sometimes you have to let them say what they need to say, act like, show that you have listened to their advice, but just throw it out the bin in your head. Sometimes that's even better, so everyone can be happy. You just say you don't
have to have a confrontation. You don't have to have a confrontation about it.
Even if you disagree with that argument, sometimes it's better just to let them say what they need to say, and you just move on and you say, oh yeah, that's good advice, thank you, out of your head, you've forgotten about it,
but you still do what you got to do.
100%.
But bro, you know one thing, that's all fair and well, but it's only as long as your partner also understands that. Because I'm just saying, say for example, you have that conversation and you go home and you're like, okay, cool, anyway, I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. And next thing you know, your missus like saying, oh, so what's going on? You seem to have agreed there, and then like, so do you know what I mean? It can kind of confuse the situation.
You have to be smart about
it. As long as your missus can understand that, one thing is, because your parents can't butt their nose out the business.
I'm just saying
right?
this to them.
Therefore, without being disrespectful, I just nod and have decided, rather than argue and upset them and me get upset by them, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. That's it. Like, do you know what I mean?
You gotta stay true to yourself, man. You got these decisions, these sort of confrontations. You gotta back your corner as well, man. Like I keep mentioning, like that's all well and good, like you agreeing to things and like just taking on the chin. But again, every man's got a certain threshold, man.
Yeah, bro, definitely.
Every man's gonna hit a point where it's gonna hit a nerve or something, and you're gonna blow flipping.
Bro, the problem is, a lot of men, they feel that you know what the problem is, when other people, when elders start dictating, sorry, I know I'm using the word dictating quite a lot, right? But when elders start dictating what the new generation is going to do and all that sort of stuff, and they pretty much, bro, eventually as a man you end up easily, without realizing, falling under the suppression sort of fold, basically, where without even realizing, your mood is going to start dying down. You're not going to be yourself. You're not going to be as smiley. You're not going to be jokey, and literally just start feeling as though you've not got a life of your own. And I'm sure women are experts at feeling this, right? Because a lot of women go through this, right? But I feel in today's world that's now starting to take a turn towards men now, because women have fought for their freedom, and that's absolutely brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. They that was long waited. Right? They needed that. But unfortunately, the knock-on effect has been that men have lost their freedom. And so this is where I just feel like, for example, men need to also voice themselves. Men need to express themselves. Men need to look after themselves, because if you're not right, then how are you going to be able to how are you going to be a protector? How are you going to be a provider? How are you going to be able to do anything
It's not just that, bro. It's
Do
not
you
just
know
that.
what I
Like
mean?
whenever you're right, and then you're letting the other person think they're right, and you back down and say, fine, you're right, I'm wrong. There's gonna come a time where like no one's gonna think you're right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
anything
true.
you do stand for that's right. People are gonna think, oh well, his opinion doesn't matter. There's no respect there. You lose respect.
Yeah.
And when you start losing respect, that's when everything goes downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when your wife don't respect you.
Yeah.
That's when you start losing your relationship, your marriage. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. It's true.
100%.
Boys, let's wrap it, man.
Yeah.
Good episode today, man.
Solid guys.
Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed that conversation. Hope you guys tune in for the next one. Catch you next time. Please like, comment, subscribe. Take care.
Take care.